Yo, what's up? This is Penny Hardaway, and you're now tuned in to HoopChronicles podcast.
Spin, just to win. Living life for sin. This work gon' get ugly when it in. I would never stop and going full. Thought of watch some job me step out GQ
Podcast. I got the lovely lady Ashley Shields. She be giving us her story, telling us her journey, tell us where the game of basketball have taken her. If you've been liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, you know you one of the players. We appreciate you. Make sure you put your jersey number, your city down below in the video. So, hey, Shields, how we like to start our interview off. Our very first question is, who put the ball in your hands?
My dad. My dad put the ball in my hand. I was 6 years old. So yeah, my dad.
Did he hoop?
Yeah. My dad was cold. Like they called him Turbo back in the day. He played at Melrose. He went to Idaho State. And then he actually got an opportunity to play for the Golden State Warriors. But at the time, I was just born. And he decided, you know, just to raise his daughter, then play basketball. So
you coming from a family of hoops?
Yeah, I am. Like my family, my uncles, my brother, of course, my brother then played with the Hustle, with Utah, and now he's in Hong Kong right now.
I just seen him
So
yeah.
So they on the same team. So yeah, we definitely come from a basketball family.
When your dad put the ball in your hand at like 6 years old, what skill do you think you had like early on versus everybody else, just being a natural athlete?
At that age, honestly, like it was crazy because when I was going to the gym to watch my dad, you know how you would just like play on the side. And I just actually picked up a ball then and just started doing stuff on the sideline. And kind of had my dad in awe, like because that was his first time actually seeing me doing something with the ball before he actually started with me. So I just felt like I had a gift, you know, from day one, like from scratch, like honestly. And I mean, I can score it. Like I was a scorer. I couldn't really shoot, but I can put the ball in the hole. Like so, yeah.
You're 6 years old. When do you first get on like a basketball team, like maybe like a church league or a community center league?
Well, I actually got on the team at 6. Yeah, I was playing with Orange Mound Community Center leagues at the time, and then when I reached like 9 years old, I started playing AAU for the Lady Mustangs, which is Walter Casey and Binghamton. So I played AAU from 9 all the way up to 17. So
when you playing them early leagues, them church leagues, and them rec leagues, what are you gaining from? Are you gaining like to be the man per se, or are you gaining like the fundamentals of the game more?
I just think more so like back then it was like I was just trying to find myself. It was more so fun. I didn't really understand it at an early age. I just like I did gymnastics. I was athletic, so I did a lot of things. So I was just trying to find myself. And basketball was definitely a true love for me. So I took it serious after a while.
Okay. And so like when you at the rec, are you destroying them early on? Like is it obvious that she's better than everybody?
Yeah. I was advanced for sure.
Yeah. When you and are y'all going out of town like the church league team, or y'all?
No, we was just in the city. I didn't start really traveling until I got like in middle school for real, like 11, like around 11 years old. That's when we really started traveling for AAU.
What middle school do you go to?
I went to Corey. I went to Corey Middle School. Yep, I played at Corey Middle School, and I actually only played 7th and 8th grade. I didn't even play my 6th grade year at Corey because my 6th grade year I actually went to Winchester. They didn't have a basketball team, and then I transferred over. So my 7th grade and 8th grade year I played at Corey Middle School.
Walk us through Corey Middle School, maybe 8th grade year. What's it looking like for y'all at Corey Middle School, your 8th grade year?
8th grade year I had every high school in the city at my games. Like 8th grade year, I was averaging 44 in middle school. Yeah.
Was you ranked? I'm pretty sure you was ranked like.
I mean, the rankings wasn't, you know, how it is now,
Yeah.
but for sure, like, I mean, hands down, it was like, ain't no middle school player doing that back in the day. Like it was easy, like literally, like, so, and that's when my family, 8th grade, my family, that's when they noticed, like, oh, okay, yeah, we got a star.
She for real.
She for real, yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, are you knowing, like, what high school you gonna go to? Leaving core, like?
Yeah, I had my mind set on Hamilton because Coach Newman and some of the Hamilton girls would come over. Jamie Nolan, Alsha Hodges, Leslie Bridgeford, like they were actually coming over there to recruit me to come to Hamilton. So I actually, when I played AAU with some of my friends, a lot of them went to East.
Yeah.
So I actually went to East for one day. And then I realized, I'm like, nah, I don't really want to play with them year round. I already play with them AAU. I want to play against them high school. Yeah. So after that one day, then I went to Hamilton. So yeah, I pretty much had my mind made up where I wanted to go. Because I stayed in South Memphis. I lived in Castalia. Right. So yeah, and that was actually how me and Dolph became friends. Like, I didn't know when I was overseas and came back and he was rapping because he was Adolph. Right. Adolph Thornton at the time. We took every class together at Hamilton, and that's how I met him, at Hamilton and then Castalia. So yeah.
He couldn't hear then?
Yeah. Yes, but he was quiet. Okay. He was so quiet. He would only have a select few of friends that he would talk to, and I was one of them. Because we were gym partners. Like, we would be in gym class, and we were always on teams.
So he was hooping too?
He always wanted to shoot.
Okay.
But he knew he was going to win by being on my team. Okay. So he ain't never wanted to be on nobody else's team. And at the time, my last name was Johnson. So he always used to be like, I'm on Ashley Johnson's team. I don't want to be on nobody but Ashley Johnson. Then I finally got my name switched over before my 9th grade year was over to Shields, to my dad's last name. So
talk about that and this, I'm glad you shared that, because, you know, like the city of Memphis, like, you know, they probably know that you went to school with Dolph, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't know, unless the people like that went to Hamilton with us, they know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah, because I went to Hamilton 2 years, and then I transferred and left with the coach from Hamilton. We went to Melrose. But yeah, like, that was my classmate. We took every class together, 9th and 10th grade.
Cheating off your paper and everything.
He was smart.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he was smart. I'm telling you, like, he was quiet. He got his work. He was smart. Like, he wasn't around a crowd. Like, whatever he did, like, he moved smooth. Put it like that. Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah, he was a great person, great friend for real, like, honestly. And he had me fooled coming back from overseas because everybody was like, Dolph this, Dolph that. And then when I saw him, I'm like, Adolph Thornton is rapping. Like, he didn't say 2 words in school. Like, so it was just kind of weird. So yeah.
When you get to Hamilton 9th grade, are you, like, talk about that first high school practice, transition from middle school. Like, what's your mindset coming to high school? Because clearly you scoring, like you said, you the lady at core, you scoring 44 points, and now you at another school, you at a high school. Now it's a new team, it's a new environment. Not so much a new environment, but it's a transition. How are you preparing your mind mentally to be ready for the next challenge in 9th grade?
Well, I knew I had something to prove, and coming in as a freshman, like, you know, it's always harder for freshmen. You get what I'm saying? But at the same sense, like, I knew that I loved the game. I knew that I brought something different to the game. But I knew that I was going to flourish. I knew I was going to get better because I was around a lot of juniors and seniors. I was actually the only 9th grader that made the team and played on the varsity. So Coach Newman was the type of coach that he didn't allow freshmen to make the varsity team. But I was one of those freshmen that was actually on the varsity team and started. So I came in making noise. I came in right away making noise. Like, that's just something I've always took personal on the floor. I don't care who is in front of me. So I knew I had to come in and take care of business as a freshman.
9th grade, you started.
Ninth grade, I started.
All right, the very first game, are you having like, what's your game routine like as a ninth grade? Like what you listening to as a ninth grader coming out?
Well, at the time, it was more so like I didn't have a ritual. My ninth grade year, I was more so anxious.
Right.
I was just ready. Like my first game, like nothing was going through my mind. Like I called everybody in my family. I wanted everybody there. I was never nervous. Like I had butterflies, but it was a good butterfly. It was like nothing like, oh, I'm scared to go out here and play. Like no, like it was more so excitement. Like this is it. Like I'm actually getting an opportunity to play with the big dogs. Like yeah, so like, and you know the support at Hamilton is crazy.
Yeah,
like crazy. So it was just more so excitement and anxious for me. And but I'm more so like an R&B gospel type person. So like I didn't have a ritual then, but after that I started having my rituals. So yeah.
The ninth grade year, how far y'all make it in the playoffs? Like,
We made it to state. We lost in the state tournament. We lost in semifinals. I'll never forget against Mount Juliet in Murfreesboro. And I had an awesome season. I averaged 27 in ninth grade. And I scored like 31 in the state tournament. So yeah, I was different.
hey, it's a young lady at Hamilton right now. I don't know, like I'm pretty sure you know her.
Well, I coached her.
Okay.
So yeah, and I trained her a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know
Amari Booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she kind of like taking after your footsteps, like chasing greatness at the same time, like trying to get the points. I think she had 1,000 points scored in like her
Sophomore year. Yeah.
How many points did you score your first?
Well,
sophomore year?
well, you know, we didn't do the 1,000-point stuff
okay.
back then. So like, I'm behind to Nikki McCray. So when I saw that for her, I got on the phone messing with her and her mom. I said, tell Mari she got like 3,000 and some more points to go if she want to pass me. So I'm in the 4,000s. So yeah, they got a little ways to go. So yeah, so but that's what it's about. Like somebody else chasing your dream and trying to make their own footprints. You get what I'm saying? And that's the point of me coming back and giving back and putting that platform for the next generation to do that. And that should be motivation. Somebody should want to get past my record, because I tried to break Nikki McCray, and the only reason I didn't break it because, you know, games like Westwood and West Side and Fairleigh, and I mean not Fairleigh, but Craig Muntz, and you know, like, he wouldn't play me at times. Like, so it was like I was 11 points short because I was better than the next team, and he didn't want me to get hurt. And so like games like that, he set me out. So I could have been broke the record, but it's still a privilege. Rest in peace to Nikki McCray. That's somebody, you know, I looked up to, and she pushed me and motivated me to get up there. So yeah.
You scoring 27 points your freshman year. I know, like, the offers, the letters are rolling in at this point. The camps are calling, asking you to come. What's your first letter that you received?
My first letter was from Tennessee. Tennessee.
Pat.
That was my first letter. And
You know
yeah.
how cold you gotta be to get a letter from?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be real with you. April Williams said that she didn't get one from Pat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she said never got.
But I had an offer from everybody except UConn. So like my offers were out the door. Like it was crazy. And but me, like, of course, like my mentality was home. Like, why go somewhere else and, you know, build a platform in their city and be the face of somebody else's city, and why not mine? So my mindset was just to be home and be a hometown hero.
But
so
this the mindset of like this back in the day. They not
I agree.
thinking like the hometown, like I'm out of here. I'm home.
I agree.
I asked some kids like a couple weeks ago when I came up here, like, you know, if you get an offer, would you? They in the 8th grade. I'm like, would you get an offer? Would you go to Memphis? Nah.
They hooked on the LSUs, the South Carolinas.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's nothing wrong with that.
wrong with it.
But it really, really, really takes hard work. Honestly, like they got to get in. They got to be gym rats, and like, you know, it's just kind of different now. It's kind of different now with basketball. Like the generation is different. But they don't understand. You know, they got to really, really be committed to this, and the parents have to invest in their kid. And so yeah, those things like that is very important, and they got to look at. So
you guys come off a state run, you go back for your 10th grade year back to Hamilton. What's your mindset now? I know you like, man, I ain't got a taste of. Are you thinking like we gonna get back here next year?
yeah, every year. Like we went every year. Even when I got to Melrose, I went to state. Like we never won it, but it was just a privilege of getting there. But I understood winning. I understood championship. I understood what it took to get there. So, of course, and it carry on just throughout my career in life.
Just being a winner, like
Just being a winner, just having that winner's mentality. You know what I mean? So that right there, regardless we didn't win, we got there. We knew what it took to get there. No, we didn't pull it off, but at the same sense, like, that's still a great goal to accomplish, you know?
Like, it's hard to, it's 30, we're talking about 30 plus games. Winning.
Yes.
Yeah, so, nah, definitely. And so you say you transitioned to Melrose. What was that like, leaving Hamilton? Like, the people who've been behind you since day one, and then like having to go to like another neighborhood.
A rival.
Yeah, and represent and still like put on the Ashley Shield show.
Well, it was bittersweet, because of course, leaving behind family, friends, and kind of, you know, starting your legacy there. That was home first to me. You get what I'm saying? But in the same sense, it's like my coach leaving. I'm here because of the coach. Really didn't understand why we were leaving at the time, but I was just with it because, like I said, it was bittersweet. Melrose, my whole family graduated from Melrose. So it was like going from home to home.
Right.
You know, and yeah, for the Hamiltonians, like, it was kind of sad, but for Melrose,
They were happy.
they were so happy. It was like they literally like had a parade like in the gym, like literally.
Bro, I'm talking about from the top to the bottom. Like, if you ain't ever get to the school, like, they don't understand walking into like a Melrose game, trying to find somewhere to see it.
You had to get there early.
Yeah.
For real. Like, you
Or
really
not
had to
that-
get there.
Or you can't get up because you're going to lose your seat. You know, if you go by yourself, like, it is a
I mean,
vibe, yeah.
it's a vibe there at Melrose, though. Like, it is. Like, the support system crazy.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was just a win-win for me.
Right.
The thing about it was that being at Hamilton, it was already established.
Right.
Like the team, the winning, it was a winning program, all of that. Like, so when I left to go to Melrose, like, it was like, okay, they was coming from a 6-20 season. So now I gotta go find some players that can rock with me so we can win. And now I gotta carry this team on my back. So now I gotta come in with pressure and I gotta change this program around.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about something. You said freshman year you scored 27. How much did you average your sophomore year?
My sophomore year like went up every year. So like my sophomore year I would say I was like 28. Like, and then my junior and senior year, like, that's when my numbers were really crazy. Like, so I was in the 30s, like 40s. So like 40-point games and 50-point games to me was natural junior and senior year.
Yeah.
It was natural. Like, so my okay games were 25. It's okay.
Not the saying she slide that was like.
Yeah,
she
just
was the best show.
just a slight night,
Yeah.
25, you know. But a big night for me, 45 and above. Like, so that was.
What's your mind? When you scoring 45 and 50 points in high school, like, what kind of zone are you in to like even hit those type of numbers? Because it's only 8 minutes.
I'm trying to make it out.
That mean like, let me do the math. 4 quarters. I mean you scoring like
12
points.
a quarter.
Is this your goal? Like, By that time-
No, I was just
Oh,
playing.
okay.
Like
You
I
never
never
even-
said,
okay.
like I never say, okay. Like I never been the one to run to the stat sheet after the game.
Not even run to the
No, I'm just
stat sheet.
saying, like I never kept up with my
Oh,
numbers.
okay. You just hooping.
I'm just playing. Like it's not like when I lace up, I gotta go win. I gotta go get this win. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just my mentality.
Still
No
do
matter
that.
what I gotta do, I just gotta go get this win. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I wanted it. Like I love it. So like my passion is different. You know what I mean? And like I said, like I'm trying to make it out.
Right.
I'm not trying to stay in Orange Mound. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to stay in South Memphis.
Yeah.
So I wanted something different. I'm trying to elevate. You get what I'm saying? So that was just my mindset.
By this time, you didn't already. You rocking AAU by this time. Y'all win nationals.
We did in Florida. I was 12 years old.
Okay.
And then the following year, they actually had me on the front of the brochure of the nationals. So like as a 12-year-old, I won nationals with the Lady Mustangs in Orlando, Florida. And so yeah, I got an AAU national championship. And yeah. And then that's when some more came on, you know, along the way.
That's so loud, bro. Like you been winning like so early on, and like you just not just winning early on because you was on a good team, but like winning because I'm good. Like you good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and honestly, literally, I had to go find players to play with me at Melrose.
I can believe it.
And
Who was the first person you went to go? Who was the first person you recruited?
the first person I recruited was Star Kisha, Llewellyn. She played at Sherwood. So I was out. That's how we actually became best friends. I was at their house every day. Then I went and got Francesca. She now lives in Houston. She ran track, as a matter of fact. She was like a track star, but she played basketball too. Then I went and got my cousin Redhead. Like, so all of us came together. Like, so we were at the park practicing when the gym were closed. So I would call practice for my team, literally in the summer, every day. And I would drill them. Like, I was putting them through drills to get them better.
What part are you practicing in?
Orange Mound Park. Orange Mound Park, Melrose Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was our practice spot. We was out there running around the field with the football players, getting in shape. Like I was a leader. I was born a leader. So I had that leader mentality. You get what I'm saying? So if I want to win and if we want to be successful, I got to do what it takes. And if that's me knocking on each door, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I did, honestly. And that's how I became the big sister to the freshmen. Because I went and got all the freshmen. And I had them with me, and I had a car at the time. I taught them how to drive. Like, we were literally kicking it. Like, I was like a mother, a big sister to them at an early age, for real. So, yeah, like, it was fun, though. Like, it was all worth it.
Yeah, 11th grade year. It's your first year at Melrose. It's the season rolling. How is that game against Hamilton when you have to go back to Hamilton and play them? Do you put 50
Man, I scored over 30. Yes, I did. But they booed me. They were throwing banana peels at me. Like, literally, like. So it was just like, dang. Like, they really take it serious.
Yeah.
That's when I knew how serious the rivals are. Like, and so, like, but after a while, that was the first time. And then, like, after we played them on down, then, like, it was just okay.
Yeah.
But, of course, you know, like, people probably had something to say. But I'm a kid back then. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all mad at the wrong person. Like, it's not my fault. I got to do what's best. You know what I mean? So, but I'm still cool with a lot of people there. Like, but that was just my experience the first time I came back, so.
And I interviewed someone else that said they played AAU with you too, and they just talked about how good y'all were as like a group, as not the 12 and 13-year-old team, but like the 16, 17-year-old team. They talk about all the players you guys had. Said you guys had University of Memphis coaches playing. I mean, not coaches, but players.
Yeah.
That would come in
And play it.
play with you guys.
Yeah.
And she like, that's what really like made us good, because the girls that just graduated from University of Memphis that played, them come to the practice playing with us, beating up on us, or vice versa. that's what made y'all good. That core group
Yeah.
good. Like it was a lot of y'all on that one team. How y'all sharing the ball with all those good people? Like, cause there's a lot of y'all, a lot of good players on that one team. How y'all sharing the ball and making sure everybody? How you keeping everybody happy pretty much?
I mean that was just instilled in us, like we're a team. Like, and I've always been a team player. That's what I've always believed in. You get what I'm saying? We come from a team where like we didn't have superstars.
Right.
Like, even though I was a star, I didn't act like that. I didn't like have the big head or carry myself that way. I didn't treat my teammates that way. So I was more so like the leader. I was the team player. Like, this, we can't play it. We can't do it no other way.
Right.
So I know for a fact, in order for us to win, we got to do it collectively. And we just had a lot of unselfish girls. Like, that's just what it was. Like, yeah, everybody can play, but everybody had one goal, and that was to come together and win.
What's that practice like? Cause it's like you said, it's everybody on the team really be one. What's that practice like? Cause Avery Williams said, "Man, I'm going there, shit. I'm pretty sure you."
We wanted to go at each other. Like, that was. We competed. We didn't want to be on each other's team.
Right.
Like, that's why I say it's so different now. Like, everybody want to jump over here, and everybody want to, like, no, like, start your own trend. Like, be your own, be the best version of you. So, like, every day, like, I wanted the best.
Right.
And that's now, just in general. Like, I want to guard the best, and that's just throughout my career. That's how it's always been. On a professional level, on a college level, I've always guarded the best player on the opposite team. And so, like, that was just us. We competed every single day, like, because at the end of the day, we got to make each other better. We got to push one another. We don't have nobody in there to do that. And so that was just everybody's mentality.
At this time, you're in the 12th grade, and it's getting time to make the decision on where you're going. Have you narrowed down, like, because you say you're getting hundreds of letters week by week. Have you narrowed down, like, where you gonna go, where your top 5 at this point, your senior year, at the beginning of your senior year?
Well, at the beginning of my senior year, I was already committed to Memphis. I committed to Memphis. I just kind of had my mind made up that I did want to be a hometown hero. I kind of built that relationship with Coach McNellis at the time, and yeah, so she was at my games, and
when did you commit?
It was before the season, my senior year.
Oh, so you did commit your senior year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my senior season, and like the middle of the season, I did my signing at Melrose with my family. So yeah, I wanted to stay home.
What other school possibly could have got you if you didn't go to Memphis?
Man, Tennessee. Vanderbilt.
Okay.
I did want to go to Ole Miss at the time.
I was just thinking that.
Nope, I did want to go to Ole Miss at the time. I didn't want to go far either. So, like, even though I had a lot of letters, I didn't want to go far. But I was willing to do Tennessee. I was willing to do Vanderbilt. Schools like that,
Right.
But I decided to stay home.
Yeah, you this senior year, like you said in the beginning, you go to state once again. At this point, you're averaging 30 plus a game.
Yeah.
What was it about University of Memphis that you like, man? Even besides you being a hometown, like, was it some girls on the team that you like, man, I like the way they play, or was it other people on their team that influenced you to come to the University of Memphis?
Yeah, like I was talking with Tamika Whitmore.
Okay.
Who else? Victoria. Like, so I spoke with her a few times, Victoria Crawford. So like, yeah, like Raven and Tamika, they were sisters. They played at Memphis.
Yeah.
And at the time, like, yeah, like it was a lot of great players that came out of Memphis. And Memphis wasn't bad. Memphis was ringing at the time. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So I wanted to be in the mix. I wanted to be around the greats and be in the mix of those
It
greats.
push it over the top a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to Memphis, University of Memphis. What's that first college practice like?
Man, it was tough, but I have a work ethic. I don't mind. I don't mind working. I don't mind. I've been working all my life to get there. So I already knew the expectations. I just was ready to get a taste of it.
Okay.
But in the midst of that, of course, I did all summer practices. Didn't get a chance to make it through the season because, for one, I ended up pregnant. And then, two, Coach McNellis ended up having to leave because her parents ended up getting sick. So she ended up going back home, which, you know, Southern Miss, the college she's at now. So she ended up going back home with her parents, and she ended up coaching at Southern Miss. So I had to go a different route.
What you thinking at this time? Cause it's like everything is going like, I ain't gonna say just smooth, but everything pretty much going smooth as far as basketball. I ain't hear you say nothing about injuries, nothing.
Yeah,
really.
no injuries, nothing.
What's your mindset? I mean, cause they always say having a baby is a blessing and stuff like that. How are you? What's your mindset at 18?
I was scared, you know. I was scared, and I didn't want to be a disappointment to my family. So just all types of emotion going on, you know. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is my career over? And I'm questioning myself right now, and I'm asking all types of questions, and I'm praying, and yeah. So it was like a roller coaster ride, you know. And how am I going to approach my family? How am I'm going to tell the coach? Yeah, so like I didn't know, and it just got to the point where I was so afraid to the point I hid it. So I hid my pregnancy all the way up to 8 months, and I played up to 8 months. So Coach McNellis, she talked to me into going to Northwest and doing like a year there, and then she was going to come back and recruit me out of Northwest. Just ended up going there, going to school.
Northwest,
and Senatobia,
okay.
Mississippi.
Community college. Okay.
And I ended up playing like 7 games, playing up to 8 months pregnant, and I stopped because it is a limit.
Okay.
And so after I did that, and I bounced back because I pretty much played up to 8 months.
Right.
And I bounced back so fast within a month. And other doors just started opening. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it was just like my main thing, like my support system. They didn't give up on me. I didn't give up on myself. The coaches pretty much didn't know until I told them after I got done playing. But yeah, my support system held it down for me. My mom, my dad, my grandmothers, my stepmom, my cousins, like they really held it down for me.
Man,
and for real,
yeah,
like my support system the best, for real. And yeah, like they never judged me about it. You get what I'm saying? Hey, my mom was like, we just got to do what we got to do, and we got you and we got him, and there's something you want to continue to do, like let's do it. So like just, you know, just thankful for, like, once again, my support system for doing that, and that's how I was allowed to pretty much go on with my career.
And so when you leave Northwest, this is when you transition to Southwest Community College at this time? What made you go to Southwest?
My son.
Oh, okay.
I went back home because, of course, I just had a baby. I wanted to be closer to home, to my son, and I just needed to get myself back together. So I actually redshirted. After I had my son, I redshirted, and then I came back that following season at Southwest and had a great run.
I had an amazing run. Like, you know, I went to middle college, so this is where I found out about you.
Okay.
At middle college, and I'm like, man. Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. How I know you and1.
And one.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you know, you know. Like, they don't know though.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hold on, hold on. How you get on there?
Well, we went downtown, you know, when they had the little tryout stuff.
Yeah.
We went downtown, and we tried out, and we killed everybody. Like, we really put on the show. Me and Alsha, we really put on the show. And we was the first girls to make the tour.
Yeah.
I couldn't take the tour at the time because I was getting ready for college and stuff.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I couldn't take the tour, but it was just the principle of knowing that I made the And1 tour.
Bruh, you know, this shit is so crazy. 'Cause I never forget watching that episode And1. And they're like, Memphis, Tennessee, Lady AI, you watching it, right? I'm watching her. I'm like, looking at her. I'm like, dang. I ain't know, you know, I don't know it's you. But when I get to middle college, I'm like, bro, this Lady AI. Like, and when you playing with those guys, are you just like, it didn't matter, like?
Nah, because I grew up playing against guys.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was just like,
Because, you know, they having the name, you know, I'm young, so they having names like, but you going out here holding your own against Hot Sauce and all those guys and stuff like that. So they take a different type of mindset to go out here, be a lady, and play against professional street ballers. This their goal to embarrass you or make you look bad while they hoop. So they take
men do that. Men do that because I embarrassed a lot of them, and yeah, they feel some type of way. They hold it on they hold it on their sleeve.
Because you crossed them up one time hooping down there in Southwest. I said, "Damn, she crossed you. Man, shut up for man, she didn't cross you, bro. Just like, you know."
Yeah.
But it's unexpected though. Like when you hoop against the guys, are they? I mean, now we, you know, of course they know, but like when you just randomly and they don't know that you ass and shit and you really can hoop, how is it when you hoop against them?
Well, I mean, for me it's like a respect thing, because you know, like at the same sense, like I gotta earn my respect. I was always taught like you gotta hold your own. Like, and when I first started hooping at the park and the guy knocked me down and walked over me and then helped me up, I knew then. I took it personal. So like that changed my whole perspective. So it's like now when I play against guys, I'm gonna hit you before you hit me. Just to let them know, like, yeah, you gonna feel my presence. Like, so like playing against guys is personal to me. Honestly, that's just what I grew up on. Guys made me better. Guys was a challenge. Guys bring it out of me. That's just what it is. Like, I mean, with girls, you know, it's just, that's how it became easy, playing against the guys. You get what I'm saying? So guys just don't just let you do whatever. And that's what I like, you know? So, yeah.
Now, you know, if you was on And1 now, you could just, you could have, if you was hooping now, you could have went with And1.
Yeah. Yeah, if I wasn't coaching.
Yeah.
So I probably would have had to.
I'm saying back then, like, you know, with the NIL.
Oh, yeah.
You could have went on tour with them and
it's different now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know telling what I be doing now. I mean, well, like, that's the thing, like, us making that platform for women's basketball to get better. Right. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, at the end of the day, like, you have your GOATs. Right. You have the ones, and I'm one of those GOATs. So, like, I earn my respect. You get what I'm saying? I've earned my accomplishments. I've earned my name. So that's gonna live on and carry on for life. You get what I'm saying? So I wasn't no average out here. So it ain't, oh, like they gonna wake up the next day and forget about me. Like, nah, like I did something already that the young ladies picking up on and doing now. So I'm proud, like, and I'm glad that girls basketball is picking up, because it should have been like that. You know what I mean? But in the same sense, like, you have us to come back and give that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, so I feel a part of this no matter what, because I'm in the coaching era now. You get what I'm saying? So I feel a big part of this, and I'm so thrilled and excited for the young ladies now that's doing great things. So yeah.
Hey, any schools trying to give you NIL back in the day?
Well, I had boosters back then, so the boosters back then were pretty much my money. You get what I'm saying? So But no, I didn't have NIL deals back then.
Okay.
But I wish. But no, but it's cool. And like I said, I can't complain, and I'm just grateful.
Then Southwest, you rocking Southwest out like the games packed. How far do y'all make it that 1 year you played? How many years you played?
Only one.
Yeah, that 1 year you played there.
We made it. We lost to Walter State in the finals to get to the actual national championship. Yeah, it was tough, man. Like, I really wanted it. I had told my coach before the season I was going to get us there. Just kind of broke my heart, broke me down. But I did play, like, literally, like, my heart out. It was like a back-to-back game. We played Cleveland State, then we played Walter State. Cleveland State was the game I broke the Juco record with 69 points. And then the next night I came right back and had 44 against Walters, and we ended up losing by like 5. So I couldn't get us over that hump, and that broke my heart. And so the game I hit 69 was actually the game that the Houston Comets coach was there. She was at that game. And so she came to both games. She saw what I did that night and then the next night. And right after the game, she came and said something to me. After they got me up off the floor, and she was just like, you ready for the next level? And at the time, in my mind, I'm just like, I want to go to the WNBA, but I'm not thinking so soon.
Right.
So, yeah, so she was like, hey, get ready for your next chapter.
That's what I was going to ask you, like, coming into this season, are you looking at the WNBA mock draft, or are you looking at anything?
I wasn't even looking. It was unexpected.
Okay.
It was one. It's an unexpected situation. So that's why I always tell people you never know who's watching.
Right.
That's why you got to be on your A game every time. And that particular day, I didn't know she was in the stands. I just, once again, had that mentality. I didn't want to go home. I really tried to make it to the national championship. So I did, and I ended up getting drafted after the season.
Before you get drafted, are there any colleges that's recruiting you again to come back to their school for 4 years?
Well, yep. Colleges like Union, Lambert, of course Southern Miss, Chattanooga. So it was some colleges, you know what I mean? Like, but I knew that
After their performance, it was over.
yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, like it was a no-brainer, you know what I mean? Like, she put that offer on the table. Like, I had to go and withdraw from my classes, and my dad, you can always go back to school, you know what I mean? So, and that's what I did. Like, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
There you go,
So,
first round.
A pick.
8 pick.
Yeah,
Houston.
yeah.
Like, before we get too deep in there, like, I just want to know, like, what was the draft process like? How many workouts, like, because at this point, like you said, you withdrew from school. You're a pro at this point. Now you transitioning to be a pro. What changed at that point?
Man, everything. Like, my surroundings. Like, I had to break up with my boyfriend. I had to get rid of some friends. Like, my whole life changing right before my eyes. Like, everything just happening quick. I had to pretty much pack up everything quick, because after the draft, I had to go to the team. That's why I be staying in Houston. So I'm a baby. You get what I'm saying? You got to think about it. I'm still a baby. I'm 19, 20 years old, you know.
It's cold as hell.
And so I'm in a situation that I've never been in. So it's like, okay, they fly me to Chicago. So we had to do like the etiquette class, and they taking us through everything. Like, then they fly us from Chicago, and the draft is in Cleveland. And we go to Cleveland, and we go through that process, and everybody is showing up, and nobody really know who I am, and everybody looking like, who is this girl? And I'm looking like, who is that girl? And But of course, like some of the girls, like from Vanderbilt, D. Davis, me and her became real cool. Me and Ivory Lotta, we were talking at the time in the draft, our mentee Price. So I came kind of cool with some of them, like wow, and kind of got comfortable a little bit. So yeah, like the process was really dope, man. Like really, cause I've never, like I said, I've never been in a situation like that before. I've never even attended anything like that, especially from where I'm from. You get what I'm saying?
What's your dad saying? What's your dad saying? Cause you know he didn't touch the league and had a little playing experience in the league too.
That's why it was so important. Like that's why he was telling me like, listen, like you don't need no distractions right now. Like this how it is. It's a business. Like right now, you can't think about boyfriend. Like you can't take these friends with you right now. So like everything is just kind of hard to soak in. Like I'm just like, okay.
It's lonely at the top. Right?
But I knew this is what I wanted, so I didn't mind. You get what I'm saying? My dad was like, if they with you, they with you. If they not, they not.
Right.
If they will understand if they with you. And so that's how I just kind of took it. And the ones that was with me stayed, and the ones that wasn't, they gone. And it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
That was a priority to me. So, yeah.
You moved to Houston, and you get with the team, and you, like you said, nobody really know you at this point, really. Like they know of you, but like we're not having YouTube and videos where we can just look up highlights of ass and shit like that. What's that first practice, that WNBA practice like?
It was a beast. It was a beast. Like
the hardest one?
Honestly, like I wouldn't say like really no practices was hard for me. I would say it was just challenging and competitive because I love to practice. I love to work. Like I was a gym rat before all of this. So I stayed in the gym for hours. I worked hard for hours. Like my dad put me through different workouts. Like so I was already kind of 10 steps ahead on it. Once again, playing against guys all my life.
Yeah.
So when I face a woman or a female,
It's nothing.
it's just another day on the job.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just how I look at it. But at the same sense, like no matter where I went, I wanted to make sure I made my mark.
Right.
So that's just the mentality I had. I got to make my mark. And so yeah, I always wanted it to be in the mix. Like I didn't never wanted to be out the mix. So I made sure that I was in the mix.
Do you think people take your competitive nature for like look at it wrong sometimes?
No, because I don't even like, I'm not cocky. I don't talk when I play.
Okay.
I'm not I don't talk trash or nothing like that. Like I would like have fun or say like some fun or something like that, but for the most part, like I'm really locked in.
I ain't gonna lie, them the worst, like you the worst type people to play. Like you got 45 and you ain't saying nothing about it.
Yeah, like
They'll make me
so, but
mad.
I've had people like really try to talk to me or say come at me wrong, like, and I'm saying to myself like they really don't even understand what they done got themselves. Like they don't know.
In trouble.
They in trouble.
Yeah.
Like so it like trash talk just made me play even harder. Made me give you about 20 more buckets. Like so I'm like
okay, you just added 20. She just want an extra combo on it. I got it.
right. So yeah, like it just made me just play even more. That's all.
When you get to the WNBA, are you starting?
I was six man. I was six man. I was okay with that because I my rookie year I averaged 19.
It's from Juco.
Right. I'm okay with that.
Man, it's fine.
I'm okay with it. Like, so I averaged 19 the first 10 games.
Right.
So I was cool coming off the bench and getting that PT, getting that experience. And I was actually in the lineup for Rookie of the Year. So I did some great things my rookie season.
That rookie season, are you meeting some of those WNBA idols that you always wanted to meet?
I mean, I'm playing with my idol, Cheryl Swoops.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson, those players like Cynthia Cooper was a mentor at the time. And so it's like the people that pretty much my favorite team. I got drafted by my favorite team.
Right.
In middle school, I was wearing the Cheryl Swoops. That's why I was playing in.
Right.
So like, I'm like, wow, like my dream is really coming true. Like, I had no idea that I was going to play with the Houston Comets. Had no idea I was going to get drafted first round. Literally. Had no idea it was going to come unexpectedly after 1 year of Juco.
Right.
Like,
And after that 1 year with the Houston Comets, you go on to the Detroit Shocks.
well, I actually come back my second year, but I didn't stay the full year.
Oh, okay.
So I only came back to Houston probably like maybe like the first month and a half or something like that. And then I got traded to Detroit.
When you get to trade Detroit, are you hurt or are you understand like this business?
Well, cause coming back my second year to Houston, that's when my playing time dropped. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. Tina Thompson trying to figure out what's going on while I'm not playing. So here's the politics. Here's the politics game. And so I asked to either get traded or get cut because I'm not beneficial just sitting. I know what I can do. And then on top of that, we're 0-10. We just lost 10 straight games. Like,
It's not fun when we lose.
and I'm not playing. And I know I can help. Like, so I was just kind of frustrated, and I asked for a trade or I asked to be cut. And so when it was done, it was just more of a relief. And I wanted to play, you know what I mean? And so now, being in Houston, I was around more veterans. Going to Detroit, that's more my style of play.
Quick up and down the court.
Then up 94 feet, like, Bill Lambier and them, they were the bad boys. They gave us the name the bad girls. Like, so that was the group with, when you say like resilient, toughness, competitive every day, like, that's what I want to be around. You get what I'm saying? And so it was a good balance, learning from the vets and actually going to play my style of play. So I got a great experience from every aspect.
All right, when you get there, like you said, playing was like the reason why you wanted to leave Houston. So I'm guessing like you getting playing time when you get to Detroit. Are you starting or are you still?
I'm still coming off the bench.
You like that better?
It would honestly, you know, when you making money and you a pro,
You got
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I got an opportunity. It's one of them things where, you know, you gotta wait until your name is called.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody is good.
Yeah.
Everybody can play. Everybody contract's different. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't mind coming off the bench behind Deanna Nolan or
Right.
Katie Smith, or, you know what I mean? Like, they legendary.
Right.
Cause while I'm sitting, I'm learning. You get what I'm saying?
Seeing like how to transition.
Yeah.
Going the flow.
Yeah.
Going.
Yeah, so it was like, and then on top of that, like, I'm actually in the mix at practice competing with these great players. Like, I'm guarding Deanna Nolan every practice. So when we win the championship, and for her to come back to me and say, hey, like, man, I appreciate you for playing D on me every day like you did. Like, thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. Like, that's a privilege when you hear that from your teammate.
Right.
After you win a championship, not knowing that every day, that's what I made sure I wanted to do, was guard her. I didn't want to guard nobody else. So, like, that's respect.
Right.
And that means more to me than anything. So, yeah.
Yeah. And you get the WNBA championship your second year. So
Second year.
We talking about we go from high school, like 44, you know, just scoring 30s and 40s and 50s in high school. University of Memphis, have a little setback, bounce back to Southwest, go to Northwest, then go to Southwest. Score 69 in the game. The Houston Comets watching you. I mean, that's win a
And I'm still holding the Juco record.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And then on top of that, I got a WNBA championship my second year.
Right.
Then you talking about more on down the road.
What do you do next after you win that championship? What's next after you win that?
Overseas.
Okay.
So I experienced overseas.
Where you go?
I went to Greece first.
Okay.
Then I went to Poland for 2 years. And then I went to Israel. I went to Slovakia. I went to Puerto Rico.
What was your favorite country?
Israel, because it was more Americanized. But I made a name in Poland. So like coming into my rookie season in Poland, being player of the year, averaging 27, to not having an agent after my first year, negotiating my own contract my second year.
It's great.
I mean, it couldn't get no better than that. You know what I mean? And then that's when I got a better agent. After my second agent, I got a better agent, and that's when I went to Israel, and I played in Israel for like seven years. That was like second home to me. I have actually 4 championships in Israel, and I have 1 championship in Slovakia. So, in all, I have 6 professional championships.
Man, you going crazy.
So, yeah. And that's not even talking about the accomplishments over there: import player of the year, defensive player of the year, offensive player of the year, MVP of the league. Like, I was a big face in Israel, like literally a big face, like breaking records. And so the teams that I played on, we were actually making history. They never won a championship before. So we were the first team to bring them championships. So, yeah.
When you retire from being a pro and you come back to the States, how is life trying to transition to not being a pro basketball player?
Well, I knew I've always wanted to coach and help other young ladies get where they needed to be. So it was just kind of different when I first got home. Of course, like when you don't pick up a ball for a while, like especially when you get used to it. It's something you do every year,
Right.
all year round. It's kind of different. But then and again, when you in the midst of helping others, and you're still around the game, you still feel like you in it. And then, of course, when we started bringing the She Got Game League and all of that back, it was really good because a lot of people from the city, a lot of the kids from the generation now that's coming up, they didn't know who I was. So they kind of gave them a chance to see me in action, coaching them, and just kind of seeing that all together. You get what I'm saying? So like it's just like everything's just started coming back in full circle. But it was different. But once I got into coaching, like, and really helping the kids, like I felt like I was still around the game, and I was okay with that because with my professional career, I just felt like I didn't have anything else to prove.
Right.
And I was okay with that.
Do you feel like you used the game, or did the game use you?
I used the game for sure.
Okay.
I took advantage of all my opportunities, all my connections, everybody that was around me trying to help me. And even though I used the game, I respected the game.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I didn't take advantage.
No
So
shortcuts.
not in a bad way. Like no shortcuts, no excuses, none of that. So yeah.
Currently coaching in college. It was your first year. Briefly, give me in one word, how would you describe your first year?
Challenging, and I say that because we had a losing year, but it was a losing year because we're trying to rebuild too. And so that's just something I had to get used to, just in general. And I tell my players right now, to this day, I'm like, I really don't know how I feel to lose. I won way more than I lost, for real, like, honestly. And, you know, I express myself different when I lose. You get what I'm saying? I separate myself. I kind of get in a shell. You know what I mean? And there's just something I got to kind of come out of. But I don't take losing well. So it was definitely challenging for me.
Yeah, I kept up with y'all this season, and I could, me knowing that you're a winner and stuff like that, there was one of the questions I made sure I gotta ask them. How is it coaching and not really just being like winning their first year and stuff like this. So.
And it's okay too, because I want to come into a program where I'm needed,
Right.
where I can help and where I can help build. I've been around pretty much every program I've been in. It's been from scratch.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. So that's why I said it was challenging. But moving forward,
Like,
it's going to be better.
You, like, losing this first year or not winning as much this first year, and them seeing you, like, not liking it, not taking it well, you think that it's going to rub off on them? Or them
For
not
sure.
wanting to lose?
For sure. For sure. It should.
Yeah.
I hope.
Any other goals you have with the game of basketball? Is there anything else you would like to do or accomplish with the game of basketball?
Well, I just, want to continue to give back and help kids grow and help kids get to another level. Of course, I've always wanted to coach college. If I get to the professional level, that's a blessing. And I just, pretty much want to, do other things as far as business. I want my own gym and,
Right.
Things like that. And just want to be a mother and just see my son transition and go to college and become a pro, and so I can kick my feet up.
Right.
Finally.
I was curious about him too. Like, I was trying to see where he went.
Yeah.
After Ridgeway.
Well, after Ridgeway, I had Chris in homeschool, so we had to take a couple of classes to get those credits to play college ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
that's what we did.
I just thought he stopped. I didn't know.
No. Well, we took a break to get that right, and of course to build his leg. And sorry about that. And then and so like that's how I approach right now. We taking it one step at a time. So that's just my goal. I want to coach at the highest level. I want to be one of the greatest head coaches in the game too.
I seen you with Dunn. What was that conversation like? What's something that what's some words, encouraging words she gave you when you met Dunn Stanley when you took that picture with her?
Well, it wasn't a lot of words. It was more so like, hey, like, be the best version of you. Keep going. Keep your head up. Y'all gonna be great. Y'all gonna be all right. Like, so a goat talking to the goat, like,
Right.
it was just some encouraging words. You get what I'm saying? So I take that.
Yeah. Well, hey, Sheila, we appreciate y'all time has come.
No
up.
problem. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All the you official HoopChronicle player now. You
Okay.
came and sat down
Okay.
and chopped it up with us. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. If you've been liking, subscribing, commenting, we appreciate it. You know you one of the players. Put your jersey number and your city in the link in below in the comments. And we appreciate her coming on and just giving us her story. And we hope to see great things from you, Sheila.
Oh yeah, and I just want to leave a message to the young generation out there. You can pretty much do whatever you put your mind to, no matter where you go, no matter where you are. Just be the best version of you, perform and be consistent, and they're gonna come find you. I'm a living testimony, so yeah.